Promoting healthy eating and an active lifestyle to students Instacan. Bring health back into fashion.
Okay, so this is us, and our campaign is going to be on Instagram, so we're using social media as a platform, and we've got our bit emojis, social media, yeah.
Okay, so our aims and objectives. We want to gain 1,000 followers by the end of the year, which we feel is achievable because we currently have 680 PeopleSofts. We want to empower young people to lead healthier lifestyles and motivate others. We want to decrease obesity among students by 10% by 2020. It's currently 39%. And we would like to educate young people on the healthy options available to them.
Yeah, so cancer research has done research into obesity, and university students, although they are the lowest amongst all age ranges, it's still quite a high percentage of people to be obese, and it leads to cancer. Young people have a lack of agency due to policies that protect them, like age restrictions, and they rely on the structures in society for them to remain healthy. So schools, doctors, student health services, and students may be at a disadvantage as they could be away from home, and you can only have one doctor surgery. So mine's at home, so I can't go to this one. If I change back, then it takes like 10 days to change, so I don't really tend to change. And they're on a tight budget, so buying healthy food is expensive, the gym membership is expensive, so this causes health inequalities.
Can we as students be healthy? We think that students are often short of time, deadlines and everything, they're very busy, and money. I think all students are on a tight budget, so we have to try and work around students being able to afford things as well. They often find themselves stumbling in late, early hours in the morning, probably not from the library, and they're likely just snack on a bar of chocolate, especially when you've been in the library all night, you just want to get home, have a sweet little snack before you go to bed. And they love a good microwave meal, or a greasy kebab, so that's not very good, so we want to try and change that.
Yeah,
more healthy.
microwave meals are like very high in saturated fat and salt, as you probably know, yeah. But they are cheap and they are convenient, and you can always get 3 for a £5 in Tesco, and it is just easier to put something in the microwave, especially when you've got a lot of work and a lot of assignments, tight deadlines. But yeah, our campaign is hopefully going to change that and make healthy options, maybe healthy microwave meals. But yeah, students often like get a kebab halfway through the night, cheesy chips are another one. Yeah, so poor health is quite a big concern for many students. And this is our logo, so Instacan, and CAN stands for Change Attitudes Now. We've got the love heart because it's Insta-based, and we're going to have like to engage, so you can track the levels of engagements. Like, engage, change, and then a few sort of slogans around here, but our actual slogan is like, engage, change. And yeah, it's an attitude change, it's a lifestyle change, so it's for life.
So our intended audience are university students aged between 18 and 24, particularly those that are living away from home, but it doesn't exclude those that are living at home too. It is aimed particularly at students with little time and not much money, but any students can take part in it. It may appeal more to females than males, but anyone can be included in it and take part.
Our resources, so we're going to need an Instagram account, access to the internet, a smartphone, students to sort of advocate, sponsor and model like some of our healthy foods and healthy alternatives. Healthy food and drink to photograph, a coconut bowl, so I think it'll be a nice way to photograph the food, just to make it all nice. A blender if we're going to do smoothies, and plastic microwavable containers for our cheap alternative to microwave meals.
So our practical considerations, we realised that we may be a bit tight on budget to fund Instagram advertising, so we use our campaign ambassadors to...
Yeah, Instagram advertising is
Yeah.
70p a click. So even if people are clicking on it, and they're just clicking on it and off it, we're still paying 70p.
And they might not even be paying any attention, so
Yeah.
it's not really ideal. We'll get students as well to spread the word through word by mouth, especially if they start a campaign and feel like it's working for them. They might be like, oh, okay, look at this campaign. It's
Yeah, it's all
motivating.
about empowering, so you can tell your friends and empower other students.
And we have also considered how inclusive our campaign is to those who are disabled. We have made adjustments so that it's got more focus on food in some areas rather than just exercise, so that everyone can take part in it.
Okay, so this is our Instagram thing. It's called Instagram. Yeah, we've got 670 photos and there's just followers, and there's just pictures of healthy food, but it might not look healthy at first. But we're just trying to say that, you know, you don't have to only eat fruit and veg. You can have a pizza with sweet corn and a salad, as long as it's like under the calorie limit, and as long as you're not having like loads of sweets in the library. And then we've got this girl here, she's actually my cousin, Helena. She wrote an article, but we don't have time to share it. But it's basically saying that you don't have to be a low weight to be healthy. So here, she's 69.5 kg and she looks very skinny. And here she's 67, so she's actually put on quite a bit of weight. And although she does look skinny, she is healthy. So it doesn't matter if you're fat, if you're skinny, if you're big, if you're small, if you're tall, if you're whatever, you can be healthy. And yeah, so she'd probably be a good ambassador, and also like motivating things to get you inspired. Yeah.
And we also feel that by having like this Instagram, if there's a lot of other people that are into healthy eating and things like that, a lot of people talk to each other and support each other with it and give each other ideas, so it's good.
Yeah, it's not about how you look, it's about the inside, basically. That's what we're trying to get across.
So finding inspiration, Change for Life is a campaign that also promotes healthy eating and exercise. Their website has lots of different things that you can access, so they've got facts, recipes, and they've got games as well that all families can get involved in. Although that's the case, we like their campaign, we do feel that it isn't as inclusive to young people as it could be. We think it's targeted largely at children and families rather than like university students, for example, more than ours is.
So for the equipment, we're going to need an Instagram account, which is free, internet, which is free if we use the uni's Wi-Fi, but 180 a year on Virgin Media. Smartphone, free if we use our existing resources, but if we're going to like go all out and get a really good camera, everything, then maybe the iPhone X, and that's £999, but we probably won't be doing that. Students, they're free if we give them food in return.
Feed us.
Yeah,
We'll help you.
So you model our food and our exercise routines, and we'll give you the food for free. So the coconut bowl, £5, blender, £20, plastic containers are £1 each, from £4 to £6.
So why we decided to use Instagram, it's used by 15 million plus business profiles worldwide. 60% say that they discover new products on Instagram. There's also been an increase of 80% in the time spent watching videos on Instagram. 1 million plus advertisers worldwide use Instagram to share their stories and drive business results. 75% of Instagrammers take action after being inspired by a post, and a third of the most viewed stories are from businesses.
Okay, so this is a quote, and it reads, "Adolescents, particularly men, usually report good health status and do not feel the need to use health services which focus on illness." And Instagram will engage those people that don't feel ill, that don't feel like they need to go to the doctors, or the people that feel like they're too embarrassed to go to the doctors because they just want to check up and they think it's wasting their time, or so this campaign will reach those people, so it doesn't only reach the people that think they're ill, it reaches the people that may be unhealthy but they don't know it yet.
So the model we decided to use for our campaign is the trans-theoretical model, and we decided to use this model to show stages that the students go through before, during and after engaging in our campaign. The first stage of this is pre-completion, I can't speak, sorry. This is where the problem is seen by others but the client is likely to disapprove it. The second is contemplation, which is where the client would weigh up the pros and cons of making the suggested changes. The next stage is active changes / preparation, which is where planning changes would take place. The fourth stage is action, which is where they adopt new habits. And last is maintenance, which is where they try and basically keep the changes maintained and keep the lifestyle going from what they've picked up.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest stage as well, stage 5, because they have to maintain it, and there's nothing to say that they're going to continue to use Instagram as they age, as they get older, as they leave university. They may not have any use for Instagram anymore, and they may not be engaged in our campaign. So that's something that we have to think about.
Yeah, and they may also, when they're going throughout the stages, at any point they could decide that they don't want to do that anymore and start again, and then they might keep going around in circles. So we have to try and keep pushing each stage to ensure that they get to the maintenance stage and then maintain it as well.
So other critiques are, and this is only temporary, so yeah, they could stop this behaviour if, and also the boundaries aren't clearly defined between the stages, so you could be like in the middle of 1 and 2 or the middle of 3 or 4. Another critique is that due to the complexity, so physical activity may be walking to your car for some people, but it may be like doing 2 hours at the gym for another, and being healthy is different for everyone, so it's hard to self-assess physical activity.
I mean, someone could do their garden all summer, like every day do little bits in the garden, and someone might do nothing, but like Emily said, some people might go to the gym every single day, but to the person that's doing their garden, to them they think they do a lot of exercise, so it is hard
and equally someone could eat the pizza for lunch and think that they messed their whole diet up and carry on eating chocolate throughout the evening because they've ruined it. And someone could eat a pizza for lunch and think, well, I only ate pizza for lunch. So, it's different it's self-assessed, so it's difficult to put yourself on the spectrum.
Thank you for your time. We've now got some handouts for you. Oh yeah. This is yours, you have a special one.
All right, thank you.
So in the little booklets, we have a heart of facts.
It's a heart because it's a like
yeah.
an Instagram like.
An Instagram like,
But unfortunately there's nothing to like.
Yeah, there's nothing to like in there.
50% of female university students skip breakfast, 20% of university students believe themselves to have a mental health condition, and 9 out of 10 students do not eat the recommended 5 portions of fruit and veg a day, and so on. And with the mental health condition one, it has been proven that a good diet and basic level of exercise does keep your mind healthy.
And especially as students, we think that's really important because students are really stressed and a lot of students do have mental health problems. So if doing some simple exercise can help change that, then we want to help promote it. We've then got affordable student and friendly recipes. I personally made all of these and I absolutely love them. So if you saw the picture that we had up of the Instagram page, and the picture that's on the front actually, there's wrap pizzas that you can make. So it's literally just the Weight Watchers wrap, tomato puree, cheese, put whatever toppings you want on, put it in the oven for 10 minutes, and it comes out so nice. If you make a couple, you can make it into a wrap and bite it, and it's really lovely. But even if you slice it, it's so nice. And it's good for kids as well. I made it for my 3-year-old niece, and she absolutely loved it. She had no idea it was all healthy. And then the chicken as well is such a good way of feeling like you're having a sneaky little takeaway without getting KFC chicken. You just dip it in wholemeal breadcrumbs, cook it in the oven, and it's lovely. And then even if you don't eat it hot, stick it in the fridge, have it the next day as a snack, so you can take it into uni and save money as well, so you're not buying lunch. And then finally, we have an exercise sheet.
Someone's now going to
No, I'm not. I'm not going to demonstrate. But it's basically saying you don't need a gym membership to exercise. There's loads of things you can do at home. There's lots of websites you can go on as well. But I've put a little workout routine together. And I've said if you think it's too easy and it's not doing enough, you can just increase how many you do or how long you do it for, and you should start to see changes.
What's a bum kick?
Like a kick your bum. Like a little jog, but you
Don't go
your
kick
bum.
someone else in the bum. Bum kick.
I should have called it something else, but I thought that would make more sense to describe it.
Does anyone have any questions?
I do. How would you make it inclusive for people that are vegetarian or vegan?
I think we would have some vegetarian.
I mean, even the pizza
definitely.
is vegetarian option anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have the chicken is a no. But on your pizza you can put whatever you want, obviously.
Yeah. Good question though. Yeah, so you might have to do meals for vegetarians, meals for vegans, and meals for whatever those people.
But even you can get vegetarian chicken anyway. Same concept, just vegetarian chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions or clarifications about the presentation? No? Thank you. Give a round of applause first before I stay there, Emily. I've got my question. You can go together. So, as expected, I do have a question. This is quite a conceptual one, actually. It's about the link between your social media platform that you've chosen for your campaign and your theoretical framework of attitude change. So how do visual images, so looking at those kind of different bodies of young ladies and food recipes, how do they relate in particular to attitude change, bearing in mind kind of a lot of negative body images that you've got through kind of social media, for example?
Yeah, I think because we're focusing on what's inside rather than what's on the outside, so we're going to have students that are just like you, all different sizes, all different walks of life, and so it's going to be much more relatable than just flicking through and seeing these girls that have got these lovely bodies and they're just eating these. So it's going to be a bit more variation, a bit more real. Because I follow a lot of people on Instagram and I'm just thinking there's no way that's going to be me. Scroll past that. But if you can actually relate to it and and you're all doing it together, it's like a collective student campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, and even if you do lose weight from it, our aim isn't to lose weight, it's to live a healthier lifestyle. We're not trying to promote weight loss. If you want to lose a bit of weight, having that change, especially if it's, exactly, if it's a big change in diet, you might drop a few pounds anyway, but it's the ultimate idea is that you're going to be healthier by taking part in exercise and having a healthier diet.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Good. Right, we can unlock the doors. Although we're a bit ahead of time for the other groups, I might give you guys a break. I am going to get you to hang on. Wow. What? Oh, yeah.
That's my second.
Oh, you're actually good at this one. Oh, well done. Like a break.
Windows a bit? Yeah, please do.
That's tough.